Yo, we are back. We are back. Hi, everyone. Sorry, man. We're fighting with time zone, so it's a bit uh, bothering. But once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, Isaac, Sports Jazz, we're locked on. As always, yours truly, Manchester United is always, of course, we also speak about other teams, but currently, Josh being a Manchester United fan, he wants to
Event
talk on.
soccer in real time.
He keeps on saying it's the biggest team in the world. I don't know how a big team like Man United, if you claim to say it's the biggest, I don't know how you fall to the
I, I,
position.
ca- I can still show you how. Even if we have fallen, I can still show you that Manchester United is the biggest team in and around
Just
Europe.
used to be the biggest team in Europe.
No,
Or
it still
one of the biggest
is.
teams in Europe.
It still is. I will allow you. I will allow you to make your introductions because I might take the mic away from you.
Like what you did last time. Sports
I
just
don't
take
want
it
to
from
steal the mic away from you, but
Josh, Isaac. And by the way, Josh, yesterday I went off abruptly. I had things that called me and
sorry,
needed my
sorry, man.
that to jump off. But what a conversation you had, you and
Polo.
Polo.
Yeah. Guys
Polo
were roasting
disguising as a
him.
Barcelona fan, but yet in reality he's an Arsenal fan. Why does he have
Is
to do
that
that?
is that Arsenal fan? Eh?
He's an Arsenal
Now
fan.
he's not here. He's not here for you to grill him. But there was a roast. There was a roast yesterday in the comment section. I think he enjoyed it. He enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, well, that was crazy. You guys had really super fun. That was really fun. But anyway,
Yeah.
guys, back to business. Please do subscribe. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. And we are looking at the latest Manchester United news, Josh. There's been a rumor, Fabrizio just came out and clarified and said, no, that is false. That has been going around saying Mbeumo has asked and tasked United, or rather his agent, to make sure his salary or the figures are around 250,000. Absolute rubbish. Rubbish.
Yeah, now that's where I was going to tell you that. Okay, that's where I come in because it shows you that United is still the biggest club in world football. I mean, at least around the broadcasters and the pundits and the people like that, correspondents, because it is what gives them bread. It is what makes the news for them. If they don't have anything newsworthy, I mean, just throw in Manchester United. Because for me, I do believe that when United sneezes, the whole of Europe catches a cold. We are the club rival fans love to hate in the silly season. And Bryan Mbeumo is the latest reason for them hating us, especially after he was confirmed by David Ornstein to have chosen Manchester United ahead of three Premier League teams, including Arsenal, all
Mhm.
offering Champions League football. I mean, the circumstances, we finished the league 15th, but we still managed to attract players like this. If
Mm.
that is not the biggest club, then I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm
You see,
really
they
surprised, by the way. I'm really surprised he chose Man United over all those clubs that were very much into him.
yeah, we
And
are great negotiators, and we have the legacy.
yeah, maybe the legacy of the club. But either way, Josh still just like Cunha. Cunha rejected. He was only focused with Cunha. It was even different. Like he was obsessed. He had only eyes. He had his attention, heart, and eyes set on Man United. And Mbeumo, I was surprised because unlike who's this other guy?
Those
Um,
deal-ups of yours,
who?
those deal-ups of yours,
No, the
those
deluxe.
ones doubt themselves. They don't know what they can do. They are still finding their feet, so they can go to small clubs like Chelsea and figure it out. But in a team that is rebuilding and wants serious people, he doubted himself. He didn't think that he could cut it. But anyhow, the constant, deliberate misreporting on issues of Manchester United has become a cash cow for broadcasters and pundits in England. I mean, Talksport, that guy, Alex Crook, he even covers stuff on Manchester United, but he continues to peddle the 250k wage demand by Mbeumo, which is an exaggeration. And he even knows it that the rumored wages is about 200k, and the 250k is an increment of fivefold from 50k to 250k, as in United will be offering this guy 5 times more than he's been getting. Be it as it may, you can argue that Bryan Mbeumo um, is a guy who is proven in the Premier League. He's a guy who has scored 20 goals in the Premier League. I mean, at 25 years old, if he was getting a new contract, even at his club, more so at another club, you expect him to have a bumper deal. So for me, 200k would not be too much, but even a region of 150k to 180k should be enough for Bryan Mbeumo to accept to play for Manchester United, because I don't think he did accept to come to Manchester United because of money. I mean, the writing is on the wall that we do need money, and we are trying to get players off our books to actually lessen the burden.
Mm.
But the thing though is, if Kobe Mainu is demanding 200k from Manchester United and Manchester United refuses to give it to him, that is understandable. But if Mbeumo is demanding 200k and Manchester United gives it to him, that is also very understandable. Because
Mm.
for me, I mean, a 25-year-old player who is proven in the league, and maybe this is his second last huge contract. Because if you're signing him and you give him 5 years, maybe this is his second last huge contract at a big club. So maybe he's looking at 200k. That
Yeah,
is very understandable.
I'm actually not even worried about United signing Mbeumo. Sorry, about Mbeumo joining Man United. I'm more worried about Brentford, meeting their terms. I understand United are very good when it comes to negotiations. You saw how we dealt with Matthias Cunha's deal. But
Yeah.
Brentford, Thomas Frank, I don't know whether you watched his interview last time. He was spiteful, and he gave indication that he's going to make sure fight hard and
But
put up a
even if he
fight to
fights
make
at
sure.
Thomas,
uh,
the Jagnat at Brentford is quite different. It's not up to Thomas Frank. Thomas
mm,
Frank will even be out of the door. He might be out of the door before this deal is even concluded. Um, it is it is
But
huge.
you think he might be fired? No, I don't. Unless you're
Not
saying him
fired,
blanket.
but it is hugely rumored that he'll be joining Spurs, and
Mm.
yeah, and
Yeah, yeah,
Brentford is.
that would be a great signing if he joins Spurs.
Yeah, and Brentford is very, very okay with the way they run their club. It is not
Mm.
up to Thomas Frank. It is up to the hierarchy and stuff like that, and how they've been doing their thing, and how they are going to manage the situation of Bryan Mbeumo. The only difficult thing is Bryan Mbeumo has no release clause, like the case was with Cunha. Cunha had a release clause, so it was easy for him to actually do it. It was easy for Man United to do the deal, because all you had to do is pay the release clause. And now
I-
the fact that we did accept to pay release clause of 62.5,
mm.
Brentford has started to have ideas that Bryan Mbeumo is even a year younger than Matthias Cunha. So maybe you should be paying 60 million pounds for him.
But look, I'll be honest. A 25-year-old can get us more than 15 goals in EPL. I think even if it's 60, let them cash in, man. We need players. We need to start scoring goals. Because if you have a player like Mbeumo who scored 20 EPL goals in the EPL, then you have also Matthias Cunha who scored 15 goals, around 16, 15, I think. Those are already just 35 goals. Remember, Josh, remember, we were so poor. We were conceding. And I had something yesterday. I was watching you guys while I was doing whatever I was doing. Um, Paul had a what? Paul said something that I thought was really true. United's problem is not um okay. In other words, our main problem was only we played well. Sometimes, not every time. But United getting into the box was not an issue. But converting those chances into goals was the main and is still the biggest problem at the club just right now. Because I'm telling you, if we managed to, if it wasn't Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, we have Joshua Zirkzee and other people that also missed, but these ones missed a lot of goals in particular. So I have a feeling if we were scoring, if we were taking our chances, if we were more clinical in the final third, if we had that flair, Josh, I even think we should have finished maybe sixth or seventh, but
Y-
things didn't work out so good. We were really
Yeah,
struggling,
yeah. Actually, agree with you. I mean, we were so porous in front of goal. But I think with the acquisition of Matias Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo, I hope that the manager views them as I view them, and he plays them in the as inside tens on the right and on the left, and he does not think about making a Bryan Mbeumo striker and Cunha a midfielder and things like that. I hope that
By
he
the way,
does.
by the way,
Yeah, because they have the ability to do that. The two
uh,
players have the ability to do that. They're a bit
Ruben
versatile.
Amorim likes tinkering too much. You know, he likes
Exactly.
alternating
They
players
have
trying different
a guy
positions.
a guy like Matias Cunha has so much energy and carries the ball forward. You can be swayed to play him in midfield, so he carries the ball forward. But with Bruno Fernandes staying at Manchester United, I think it is clear that you just have to let Matias Cunha be the 10, and Bruno Fernandes plays in midfield alongside Manuel Ugarte or another player that you get in there.
I actually like him playing in the midfield. I think
Yeah, he dictates it
he
play
dictates.
better.
He does so well. So I wouldn't really mind if he stays there. And yes, Josh, we also still need a striker. And as it's where is Agent Mukisadre? Dre was here to
Uh,
visit last time that Yoko is. I really want to ask him questions. I don't know what time he's coming.
Agent Dre is on the move because he actually told me that just know the deal is imminent anytime now.
But yeah, I've seen reports that I think the only problem right now could be, the salary and everything. But for Victor Gyökeres to Man United, it won't be an issue. I don't know how true that is, but I'm hoping it is and it comes true, because my oh my, I cannot wait. You imagine having Victor Gyökeres and he has those two things in Cunha and Mbeumo behind, super
Santa
cooking.
Maria, Santa Maria, Santa
That would be
Maria.
good. Well,
With
please do subscribe, guys. Subscribe, Sports Jazz, Josh, and Isaac. Latest Man United transfer news. Of course, we're looking at Mbeumo, who's likely to sign to Man United. We all know he agreed to join. He chose Man United over Newcastle, over Arsenal, over. There was another team interested, Josh. There was also rumors that
Spurs,
Atletico Madrid was. Um, why
Spurs,
would Spurs be
Arsenal.
interested in Mbeumo, by the way?
Hey, it's a football team.
I know, Josh. I'm
and
not saying.
and the football manager was fired, so maybe they wanted to do things different.
But it's not a shocker. Rumors were whether Postecoglou had taken or won the Europa or
I
not,
already
but he'll be fired.
I've always told you, I mean, that guy,
But at least he delivered, Josh. He delivered.
yeah, kudos to him.
He delivered.
I like the fact that he did tell Levy that he does this every second season of his tenure, and he did it.
He
But
did just what
for
this.
me, I never ever believed in him. I never ever believed in a manager who is so hell hell bent on the things that he wants to do, that even when he's with the 9 men on the pitch, he wants to play the highest of high lines ever in world football, when he has runners like Sterling, Cole Palmer, and Nicholas Jackson attacking him, and
Mm.
actually the Mikhailo Mudrik, very fast players, and he continued to play the highest of high line. No wonder Van der Ven's
But Spurs
hamstring
was
gives
not any
away.
different from Man United, Josh. So if
Yeah.
you're blaming the manager, at least try to be a bit. I know this was his second season, and yes, he delivered as he promised. But equally, I mean, United also, Josh Amorim came in when we were, I think, 12th or 13th. Not sure. I don't remember. I don't want to remember.
We were 6 points away from Champions League.
But what the but you can see where we are. But anyway, the good thing is he's getting really back. I like that. I like what Ineos is doing. Man United, I see someone says, no, 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 no. There's a fight for Frank Monstant. Is it Mount Stantuno? That kid from River Plate. He's on fire, and Man City is stepping up. Man City is stepping up, and we all know when they do. They already have Ryan Check. He's going that side. He's a player that I thought would join Liverpool. I don't know what went wrong, but anyway,
Yeah,
back to Man
because
United.
they're talking about Florian Wirtz. So I mean, when you have Florian Wirtz on your cards, players right like Ryan Chucky just become child's play.
Anyway, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Just, of course, we already have confirmed signings. Matthias Cunha joined for 62.5. Of course, money will be paid in three installments, Josh. I mean, 26-year-old, he's now made 26 years, Josh. Forward, 5-year contract, and an option for an additional year. So I think he's a player to look out for. Great feat. I just can't wait. Mbeumo still, Josh. We were just talking about him. Let's wait and see how things are going to go. And then the prodigal son returns. Jadon Sancho will not be staying at Chelsea. Chelsea will not pursue a permanent deal for Jadon Sancho. Joshua was on loan from United, and they decided to pay the 5 million penalty to return him to Manchester United, where he will explore his position, his options for his next move. But I understand he has his heart chest on set on what on going back to German. I think that's what he prefers because I don't.
I
Someone was
don't-
talking about Spain. If he goes to Spain, they will cook him. I don't see him doing well. Let him go back to Bayer. Was it Bayer Leverkusen that was interested?
Bayer Leverkusen, it was a rumor, it was a joke because Eric Ten Hag had joined Bayer Leverkusen,
Oh,
was
Bayer
rumored to be joining Bayer Leverkusen. So it was a joke that Bayer Leverkusen is interested in Jadon Sancho.
and Anthony. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, so
But the truth is,
it's such an embarrassment.
reports from that side are suggesting that he needs a Brazilian.
Yeah, but it's such an embarrassment that Anthony can flourish. Anthony can flourish. Even Garnacho can flourish at Bayer Leverkusen. In that German league, there is a bit of space, and they play attacking football in throughout the 18 teams in the league. So I think he will do well. They will do well, the both of them, if they did go to Bayer Leverkusen. But Jadon Sancho, I think only a team in Saudi Arabia can be able to take him. Because
Yeah, yeah.
for me, I don't like his attitude. I am not a fan of Jadon Sancho at all. I mean, you cannot tell me that. I mean, you have psychological problems at the football club, and the manager allows you 3 months during a season to go and sort yourself out, and he even offers you to go to his homeland in Holland. That's where you get your treatment for the 3 months during a season. He shuts up, and no one ever hears a thing in the media about your situation. And when he brings you back into the team, I mean, you come out and you know um, make a whole meal about stuff because you don't like what he said about the standards of your training. I
I
mean,
just
the
don't.
manager sets the standards, not yourself.
But
And
yeah, I think good. Jadon Sancho goes
and he has
finds.
he has had a reputation before of things like
There's one
that.
time he missed. I don't know what he missed, but he was home playing FIFA. He
And
was
he
on
actually
PS.
said he was playing FIFA.
I know.
I think it was training at Dortmund. I remember that
But
time
he has
they
his freedom. Jadon Sancho now has his freedom. Remember when Rashford joined
is a
the other
freedom
side?
fighter.
He came out and said, "Finally, freedom." Well, he has his freedom now, but he looks a clown right now. He looks a clown. I hope things
The
go well.
biggest one of them all. I know. I hope that a team in Saudi Arabia comes for him because he was forcing Chelsea to pay his high wages. I don't know
By the way,
how
Josh,
Chelsea
I just don't understand what's wrong with Jadon Sancho. I mean, you have a team, you want to stay. It's
is
in
just
London. You
stupid.
love London. Okay, you want everything around London. You have a
Yeah,
team. They are ready to offer you something, but they say they can't be giving you. How much is he earning? 200, 250,
he
and they tell
wanted
you
he
you
wanted
sit,
250K.
you want a 250K, and the club tells you, look,
That's what the rumor says.
we are not able to give you that, but we are going to sign you. You're going to stay in London. You anyway, regardless, it's
He's
Chelsea,
as in you're going to play the Club World Cup.
you know. And he decided to, I don't know. I think that is greed. He has greed on his menu, and he really doesn't care about his future. Because I'm telling you, Josh,
And
after what
Chelsea has done to him, and he's ready to actually sit down the rest of the year. I mean, I think that is what he's going to do because if he doesn't find any suitors, he can just wait out the year, and he's left with a year on his contract, so he can see out the year while at Manchester United. Then eventually he'll be a free agent, and that's what he wants because he will have all the money now to do the things that he wants to do. But for me, I don't understand a team that would want to take Jadon Sancho under the circumstances. Like I told you yesterday, even West Ham was not ready to actually do a deal with Manchester United, in a swap deal for Muhammad Kudus, because they didn't believe that Jadon Sancho has the right attitude to be in Graham Potter's side. Yo, Isaac, you back? Isaac, you good? Yeah. Isaac will be back shortly. Guys, Sports Jazz, remember to subscribe and like.
Josh,
Hit the yo. What up, bro?
man, people are disturbing me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, but yeah, we were talking about Jadon Sancho. We wish him all the best wherever he is, Josh, wherever he's going to be.
Yeah,
Uh,
good luck to him.
Good luck
He
to
needs
him.
he needs a good luck because we need to find a place.
And
We
where are we
need
going?
to find money.
But
So if we can get some money from Jadon Sancho,
I don't
that
think
would be good.
I don't think we are going to get any money, Josh. I don't
I
think we.
know, I know, because he wants to remain in London. He doesn't want to take a pay cut. Only the Saudis can take a player like Jadon Sancho. I mean,
That's why.
serious teams like Crystal Palace can't take Jadon Sancho even if they had the money to pay him. They're more
Mm,
serious than Jadon Sancho.
well, let's wait and see how things will turn out. But we wish him all the best wherever he's going to be. Yeah, let's wait and see, Josh. Let's wait. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Josh, there is a rumor of Martinez that he might join Man United. United might make a move for him. And look, I'll be very much happy to swap Onana. I don't know whatever it is. Although, Josh, someone said in the comment section earlier today that sometimes we fault Onana, but it's not entirely his fault. I mean, because you have players like Lindelof ahead in front of you, you have players like Maguire, you have players like um, um, a bunch of players that have been in front of him. Who is this other player? Johnny Evans. I mean, yes, you have Mazarawi, but Mazarawi has not been really top. You had the league. The league has been in and out of the sick bay. Lisandro Martinez has been out. So I think at times when you're blaming him, uh, you don't go hard on him. But I still
Yeah,
think he's careless and he should leave the club. I don't think he should be
Yeah,
staying.
with all that under consideration, Paul actually did have an elaborate look at Andre Onana, and he was actually talking about the same thing. These are the same things that we were talking about long before Eric Ten Hag's first season ended. We were talking about things like he did not have a partnership in front of him that stayed for long for him to actually be confident and be able to play out the ball with these players. But for a guy we bought because of his ability to play the ball out from the back, he's so poor at distributing the ball. I mean, when you take out the fact that the back four has been changing and stuff like that, there's not many errors that have resulted from the back four. Most of the errors that are calling for Onana's head are errors that Onana has caused himself. I mean, you cannot have a keeper and win stuff when he makes the clumsy mistakes that he does make. I've always known Onana to have butter fingers, but at least I was confident that he's able to play the ball out from the back. And Eric Ten Hag being the manager at Manchester United, maybe Onana is going to help him to advance his philosophy at the club, and the club will change. Maybe it was always going to be difficult because Maguire and Lindelof were not the best people to play the ball out from the back, but Licha always wanted the ball and played the ball, and maybe Scott McTominay playing in midfield with Fred at the time. They were not the players who came to collect the ball often and stuff like that. But for me, Onana seems to lack the football intelligence to read the room and not play the ball to Scott McTominay when he has come close to collect the ball, because you know his ability. He's not very good at doing that. Maybe you can play the ball longer to another player who is in space, and maybe that player can bring in McTominay, and you see the best things that McTominay does the other side of the pitch. But for a guy whose ability is playing out from the back, he cannot make a 20-yard or 30-yard pass that reaches a player. Every time he has attempted to play the ball to Ganacho, it has gone outside. Every time he plays the ball to maybe Ahmad, it has to Dalo. Dalo is always giving him a thumbs up and nodding his head in disbelief. it, it does not know why he's hitting the ball that high. So for me, the howlers that Onana makes, you cannot forgive him because these are howlers brought on by himself.
Anyway, he came in by the way very expensive, not cheaply. He came in to replace David De Gea, and look, the man even had a year and something months off, not playing. He comes back, and I actually think he's better than him. He has done so well at Fiorentina. So, anyway, to be honest, I'll take in Martinez anytime if it's possible. I understand he's ready to leave at the end of the. Rather, he's ready to leave Aston Villa this season, this summer.
I would prefer someone better than Martinez.
Like who, Josh?
Martinez is a very good keeper.
Mm.
Martinez is a very good shot stopper and stuff like that. But I do believe that even Ruben Amorim is going to want to play the ball out from the back. I mean, these modern coaches, the way they want to play the ball out from the back is actually to create spaces for their team when their team gets into attack. They invite the press. So when the players are moved out of position, because you always have 5 players in a 3-4-2-1 formation in attack, then you have the ability to maybe take that use that advantage to have an extra player in attack. So I don't believe Emi Martinez is the right guy to actually play the ball out from the back and stuff like that. But if he's coming on a free, or if he's coming
No, he's not
cheap,
on a free. He's not coming on a free.
then we get another keeper who is going to actually do the job for Ruben Amorim long term, because we shall be stuck with a guy who is good but not good enough.
Anyway, maybe the only reason as to why I wouldn't go in for Martinez, but yes, I still think he's the way much better option than.
Of course, he's a better option than Onana.
It's his age. It's his age. If we can get a younger player, that would be amazing. Anyone younger than him, that would be really, really amazing. But we just have to wait and see, Josh. It's not
You
going to be
even
easy.
wonder why he's leaving Aston Villa.
Who?
Greener
Martinez.
pastures.
Could be greener pastures. And we had a bit of disappointment at the very end of the season. They were so
Yeah.
confident. I think it's one of the reasons, by the way, they lost. They came to play Man United, knowing it's already a done deal. United have been so poor. They just lost in the Europa, the finals. They've barely rested, and surprisingly, it was a howler for them. They lost terribly, terribly, and yeah. No apologies for that. I'm glad we won. Sports Jazz guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, yeah, there's still news of there was news that Jean-Philippe Mateta was under consideration and would go for around 27 million pounds, I think. But I'm very happy that it has been confirmed. He's
We
not
shouldn't. Yeah.
United,
We
you know,
shouldn't
and
flirt. We shouldn't flirt with such news. We should
yeah.
actually worry very, very much on the signings that we do interest ourselves in, because if Manchester United starts interesting themselves in Felipe Mateta
Mm.
at this point of rebuilding and stuff like that, I don't think it would be the right move.
But currently I see everything is, but they haven't talked about defenders yet. It's been only anyway. They're right to talk or concentrate first on the strikers. The
Yes,
four
yes.
that that's been
We have a bit of too many defenders actually. I know
mm.
we've lost Evans and Lindelof, so we need at least one more defender. But bro, we need to sort out those 2 10s and the striker. When we do sort that out, even when you don't buy a new midfielder, you hope that Ugarte, Fernandes, Kobe Mainu, Casemiro can help you do the job until another window when you can be able to to fill in a player there. Because believe you me, we do want to fill all the positions, but that is impossible to do, especially with this whole PSR. It is impossible to do. We are not going to buy players for every position. But if we buy players, if we prioritize the strikers, we get the 3 strikers. I mean, we can be mad that we didn't get better players in these other positions, but at least the players that we did have last season can continue to carry us forward until another window, when maybe we can be able to get in one or two better players in those positions.
I think so far so good, honestly, because the moves they are trying to pull reflect that United is really, I mean, it reflects its urgency to sign, strengthen the squad under Ruben Amorim. They're trying to back the manager as they promised, because we all know the manager has a different style of play. The 3-4-2-1, and it needs players who can run. Just by the way, in signing in Mbeumo, by the way, those two can always pull back, track back, and go very fast. They have the legs, they can sprint very well.
Yeah,
I to be having Mbeumo and Cunha, that would be a huge step, and maybe also the reason, by the way, I didn't get a chance to say this yesterday when I went off the stream abruptly, but Fernandes, I'm thinking one of the reasons that's why Fernandes stayed was, I mean, because man, turning down all those amounts, yeah, that was crazy. It stunned
but
everyone.
he a
But
bit
I mean,
he a bit
poor as
intimated.
much as
It was an exaggeration,
the what?
the amount of money
Oh, Josh, it wasn't
of the
an exaggeration.
contract. No, it was he did say something to it
His
in
salary,
his
how
presser.
much was weekly? How much had is it Al Hilal offered weekly?
They were talking. It was, you see, by the way, let me tell you, this is what Al Hilal does. All the teams in Saudi Arabia, they do make those exaggerations. United never ever received a bid from
No, no,
Al
no. They never
Hilal.
sent a bid. They never sent a bid.
Yes, yes. And imagine all this was played out in the media, okay? Because that's what they do. They play out
About the
this
bid,
whole.
they never sent a bid, Josh. But I know about the
Yeah,
salary thing. Josh, you cannot
yeah,
ask.
it was 700,000 euros, but it was an exaggeration.
N'Golo Kante earns close to 650.
It was an exaggeration, bro.
No, no, no. I don't think it was an exaggeration,
Nah,
Josh. I
it
don't.
was, it was, it was, it
No, no,
was,
no. It was an
it
exaggeration.
was.
What? How much do you think they were
Bruno
talking?
Fernandes, Bruno
300?
Fernandes was talking about it yesterday.
No, he had to rubbish it off, Josh. Of course, he has to do that. But anyway, my point is, I'm happy he chose to stay, and
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe he chose to stay because of the activities currently. Ineos, Omar Berad and everyone are trying to do. Signing already Cunha very early into the season. Actually, even before, sorry, the what? Before the transfer started. Then you have Bryan Mbeumo, and United is pushing so hard. There's rumors of Victor Gyökeres coming through, and maybe if he looks at that and is like, okay, I think this is something I can work with. And to me, I think if we manage to get those three players, it's going to be nice. It's going to be. I can only say I
yeah,
cannot watch Man United play next season, Josh. But you
yeah,
have
yeah,
players.
yeah, yeah. But you
United.
see, Bruno Fernandes is a very passionate human being.
Mm.
So for me, he was always going to choose to stay at Man United, unless Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal, teams in Europe were the ones coming for his signature. But that would also have depended on Manchester United accepting the proposal. But I didn't see him ever going to Saudi Arabia. He is not that type of player. He is the guy who loves with all his heart. You can see he plays with his heart on his sleeve. He's that type of player who runs through brick walls for the team. So you don't see him sacrificing himself to go to Saudi Arabia for the sake of it. And another factor, I also always think that your wife and children's well-being is also a very big factor when you're
Yeah,
making these
understand
decisions.
they preferred to stay this other side instead of going the other side. So we thank you. We thank you very much. That's very good. Joshua was asking, do you think we need wing backs?
Who?
Do you think Man United needs to sign wing backs this season? This transfer
No,
win.
no,
I think we
not as
need
a priority.
I
If
think
they
we need
fell in our lap, well and good. But
I'm,
that
I'm
is
just not
only
confident. I'm just not confident having
Amad
Patrick
Diallo.
Ahmad
No,
Diallo.
we
I'm not
can't
worried
sign
about
that.
Ahmad Diallo. I know what Ahmad Diallo can do, but
We
out of what?
cannot sign a left wing back,
No, no, no,
even
no.
if
A
money
right
fell
wing
from
back.
heaven.
I don't trust. I know he's your
Dogu
man.
is not a right wing back.
Diallo.
It's Dalo and Amad Diallo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't trust Dallo at all.
No, I trust Dallo 100%.
I
Yes, he
don't.
had a
I
bad
don't. I
season,
don't.
but I
He's a
trust
good
him.
player, Josh. He's a
He's
good
a
player.
top,
Good.
top, top, top
No, no, no. He's not.
professional.
No, 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 no. Josh is not. Maybe
He's a
the
top,
only
top
thing
pro.
he should be rewarded for is that he was there in thickness. Oh my God! He stayed there, fumbled with the team.
Bro, you
But
don't know. The Dallo you're talking about, the previous season, okay,
yeah,
played everywhere for Man United. Everywhere he was asked to play. The previous
that's what I'm
season,
saying. Maybe,
when
maybe.
we had so many injuries. Now, from that season, and remember, he played the most. He comes into this season and still plays the most games. You get, and
I
he's
get.
playing out of position. He's playing like this. Today he's asked to do this. The
No,
manager is
I think
fired.
Bruno played more games than
Who?
everyone.
Who?
Bruno.
No, Mazraoui played the most.
What
Remember,
this
Dallo got injured towards the end.
and Bruno?
No, Mazraoui played the most. Remember Bruno, that PGMOL red card. He missed 3 games.
Josh, there's a time Mazarawi
Oh
really praise. I think it's
no, no,
Bruno.
he didn't. He didn't even miss games. They
Mm.
cancelled. They cancelled the red card. But Bruno has been out of games every now and then. In Europe, he got a red card. He missed a few games. Mazraoui has played every game. Mazraoui even played as a 10.
I'll check that out. I thought it's Bruno because I know he's a player who has
Yeah,
been.
who's reliable. No, I
Yeah,
think he was out not with injury but suspension.
But yeah, Josh, there was also rumors of United being linked to former Fulham striker Alexander Mitrovic. I mean, that was a huge,
Yeah,
still stupid surprise. I mean, what in the hell was that? I don't know, but anyway, it
yeah.
was
I told
rumors.
you. I told you when Man United sneezes, the whole of Europe catches a cold.
I know. You said that.
I mean,
And Josh,
Mitrovic.
where do you see Marcus Rashford going? Players like him, because I thought he was going to. Honestly, I thought Aston Villa was going to cash in. Then that room of Barcelona also stayed around for some time. It's still even
You
around,
know, you
but it
know.
looks it's not going to work out, Josh.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult
I worry.
because
No, I'm telling you, Josh, no team can give you 40 million pounds. That's why even one of the reasons that's why Barcelona pulled out. No team can give you 40
no, 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 no. Barcelona pulled out
Saudi
because
can.
UEFA has just
Teams in
slapped.
Saudi can. Sorry?
Barcelona pulled out because UEFA has just slapped another fine
On
against
Barcelona.
them.
Mm.
Actually, not fine, charges against them for breaching the transfer rules for a second season running.
I
And
think
one of
that,
the punishments is they may be refused to register a number of players in the Champions League.
oh my
So,
God,
with all those problems that they do have, I don't think that
struggled. Just
Marcus
Danny.
Rashford would be going
It took
there.
God.
And Deco, the sporting director of Barcelona, is the one who is really interested in Marcus Rashford going to Barcelona because he does insist that Rafinha and Lamine Yamal need help. They cannot play all of 60 games. At least they need to be rotated. And the people around Barcelona are talking about why don't we buy defenders before we buy players we don't really need.
Well, let's wait and see how things turn out for
And
Marcus
for
Rashford.
Barcelona,
We really
to actually squeeze United, they have to wait until the transfer window is about to end. So we don't have a choice.
send
We still have the guy on our books,
him cheaply.
and he goes on loan. But I
Yeah.
wish that United can find a club.
I mean, excuse me. From what I understand, we need to sell players. We just need to sell players. I don't know, Anthony. I would prefer to have him back at Real Betis, so that we get more than what people are saying he is worth. Because they say, I know, Josh, you want to say 40, but as per things stand, it's 30 million pounds. So, um,
Yeah,
uh,
that's good.
Ganacho, I think Ganacho, yes, should be sold. He's a spoiled kid. He
60.
should be sold. 60, but I don't see anyone giving you 60 million pounds, Josh.
No, I see you can get 60 from Ganacho. He's
Who?
18, bro. He's 19, 20.
Mm.
You can get 60 from him.
And we all know that's pure profit if Man United's
Yeah,
managed
yeah.
to hold him off.
So I mean, if
Rashford, honestly, I
the
don't think.
biggest problem we do have is Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. How about Tyrell Malacia? Do you think any team is going to come in and cash in? Because I don't see
Yeah,
them.
we can get
I
8
don't hear
million.
actually anything. I don't hear anything at all about him. Sometimes I even forget he's still a Manchester United player on loan.
We can get
Who has
8 million for him.
no, even 6 M.
But I think when we get the money, we pay it to Malasia.
Why?
I think we ended his football career.
No, but um, by the way, when you say that, that worries me. Maybe it's right what you said last time. United is the graveyard of talent. I mean, look at Malacia, Josh.
No, it
Okay,
wasn't just for
look at
Malasia.
Andre Onana, Josh.
For
I know
Malasia, it
what
was
you're
the
saying.
injury.
I know what you're saying. These things of the surgery, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But still, either way, Josh,
I
I
know
don't
it happened
watch
at United.
United is currently the graveyard of talent in football.
No,
Tyrell Malacia,
was.
Andre Onana,
It's getting better,
in the
bro.
form, Josh Rashford, you have Jadon Sancho, you have very many players. Anthony, who went to La Liga and he has proved to everyone that he's still a good player. You know,
Yeah.
it's a bit worrying, but I mean, let's hold on. Let's wait and see. But yeah, Josh, with no Champions League football qualification, uh, United is really focusing on EPL proven players. Of course, we've seen Cunha, the Mbeumo's won't go away. Very many by the player. We've been linked with very many players in the Premier League. Tyler, is it Dibling? Tyler Dibling. Then you have the one who. Uh, how do you reject Man United? Liam Delap. Really? How do you? But anyway,
No, he
this guy.
actually doubted. He doubted himself. He didn't see where he fit in.
But yeah, Josh. I mean,
Because if you're a striker at a football club, does it really matter how the team plays? Because the striker's role is you're the striker in the team. You're
well,
always going to play, whether it's a 4-4-2, whether it is a 4-2-3-1. You're always the one.
Josh, I have a question for you. We've
Yeah.
seen Amorim, of course, it looks Amorim, the board, it looks like they aim to revamp the attack, of course, potentially um, signing a new front three, Josh, and while addressing everything, there's also the issue of the goalkeeper and the centre back, Josh. And I think the transfer is going to take some time, to really blow up. It's going to happen right after the Club World Cup. But Josh, by the way, it opens on 10th June, a few days from now. Um, no, 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 Josh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How long is it going to open, Josh? For how many days?
The
Club World
what?
Cup. Club World Cup.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because I
But
understand from
I think it
10th.
would be 3 weeks or
Uh,
2 weeks. I'm not sure. I'm not sure though.
but
But
anyway,
you see, they've done a whole tournament, and for me, I believe this whole FIFA World Cup thing is just an occasion to make some money by FIFA because there is because the UEFA has all these competitions, the UEFA Nations League, the
yeah,
UEFA Champions League. I mean, FIFA is trying to find out better ways to make money. They do have the World Cup, but that's all they have, and the World Cup comes every after 4 years.
right.
So
The
I mean,
Euros is also
when
for UEFA, right?
yeah,
The
yes,
Euros.
yes, 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 and I mean, they
One
have
of
to
the
find a
nations,
way.
one of the Nations League wants to come through.
Yes.
No wonder the Nations League also wants to be introduced. But yo, Josh, my question, sorry, I got distracted. I was saying, with everything that is happening right now, the activity in the transfer market from Manchester United, do you think them focusing on Premier League players, because we see their most focus is targeting players in the Premier League. Do you think that is all because they don't want players to come, then take all that time adapting? They just want a player to come right away,
No.
hit the ground running.
No, I do think that, yeah, you could be right in one way or another. But for me, I think it is not about the player coming and hitting the ground running. It is
Mm,
because the manager has had a feel over the Premier League and he has actually known who is suitable for what position. He has identified the right profiles of players. And when he looks around Europe, he has these players in the Premier League. So why not pick these players from the Premier League? Because this is what you're looking for to actually compete in this league. He found it very difficult last season when he kept saying that his players lacked the fitness, the physicality to actually do some of the things that he needed them to do. But then, if you have the right profiles, then you can pick those players from wherever they are. It's just fortunate that when they come from the Premier League, they are already proven and they'll just hit the ground running. The comment section, Adieri, as usual. Hey, Adieri. Hi, Isaac and Josh. How are you? Mark Gehi, Bryan Mbeumo,
Mbeumo moved
60
to
million
Newcastle.
move deal to Newcastle
Yo,
United and
Atieri wants everyone.
Magnus,
He wants the whole
Adiochek, Adiemi, Jonathan David, and Yao Pedro,
Yao
and
Pedro,
Dusan
Dusan.
Vlahovic, and Ramos
By the way,
signed for
Josh,
Newcastle.
what do you
Yo,
think about him?
for?
Dusan, what do you think about him?
No, I don't want him.
Well, it's wrong. I don't know whether it's also true
It
anyway.
should go to Arsenal.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
That
it
I'm
should go to
quite
Arsenal.
interested. But yeah, Josh,
And
that's how things.
Samson Moro, what up, Samson? What up, Samson? Yeah, remember to subscribe, hit that like button and notifications.
Hey, Samson,
Uh,
Martinez and Victor Eucharist, Josh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Victor
About
Yokeres. Victor
Emiliano.
Yokeres just sorry.
I think he's talking about the Aston Villa keeper who
Yeah, yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but no, there's nothing really concrete about that. We all know, as it is, United could go in for the keeper for Martinez if he's available. And of course, to me, I think he's an upgrade on Onana. He might be not the best, but give me Martinez over Onana any day. Josh, you were saying something. Yeah, tell him
Yeah, I
to
was
be
telling
okay.
him
Tell him to settle. Yokeres is coming.
about Victor. Just rub your fingers together like this.
We have agent. We have a
Yeah, there's
agent.
Agent Dre here. Agent Dre, man, show up in the comment section and
Agent Dream is
really
already come to
confirm,
us.
confirm,
His
make
neighbor to
Samson
Victor
feel
Yokeres.
good
His
that
neighbor,
you.
your family in Sweden, you know, they are friends. They hung out together times. Come on, so at least I trust him if he says. But anyway, still nothing
Yeah,
concrete.
Jokeres is on the move.
We know
I
Arsenal
mean,
has any.
yeah, nothing concrete in the rumor mill about Victor Gyökeres and
Yeah,
Manchester United, but you should
yeah.
know that Ruben Amorim and Victor Gyökeres have a very good relationship, and it is continuously rumored that a deal will manage to be struck before this transfer window happens. That brings Victor Gyökeres to Manchester United. It looks like it is. The nitty gritties of personal terms that are difficult to get over at the moment. But remember, also, Man United has to find ways, even when they agree personal terms, they have to find ways to actually pay for Victor Gyökeres. It is difficult for them to actually pay for Victor
It's
Gyökeres
difficult
because we
for them
need
to
to
sign
sell a
any
few
player right
players.
now. They
Yes.
haven't signed players in a while, so it's very difficult for them to sign. But hopefully he comes through. Hopefully Mbeumo comes through. Let's wait and see, Josh. But yeah, United
Yes,
next season
Sinan.
rebuilding, and of course Amarim is going to
Sinan
be focused.
says hi, Isaac and Josh.
Yo, Sinan, what up, brother? What up, brother? Sinan
What
is
up,
also
bro?
launch.
Yo, Magala,
Yeah.
Brian, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, you're not late. Better late than never. We're here, bro.
Josh was saying,
Bigger,
uh,
bigger, bigger than yourself.
Josh, Manchester United's 2025-26 rebuilding, of course, under Amorim is going to be focusing a lot on the squad, Josh restructuring, of course, tactical evolution, the infrastructure upgrades we've seen. I understand that the stadium itself, Josh, it's leaking. Who said there were rats? I think you remember that rumor that there were rats
No,
around.
no, no, no. The rats
No, seriously,
infestation was in
seriously.
England. It was in the UK.
No, just seriously.
No, it was not on. It was not at Old Trafford. It was a situation in the UK. At least that's what I remember from the media.
No, I know it was a situation in New York. In New York, yeah, that was a serious situation.
No, in the UK.
Mm-mm, the UK, I don't remember that, Josh.
Okay.
I don't remember that, but yeah, let's wait and see. But yeah, I mean, I really can't wait to see how the team comes through, what Amorim is cooking for us next season, how the boys are going to line up. I mean, the new
Yeah, for me, I prefer Amorim to be very honest with himself.
I already see myself in heaven next season. Let me see. Something tells me we are finishing second next season, Josh. That was me teleporting straight to heaven, then coming back real fast.
Something tells me. No, 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 bro. No. Yo, whatever is
Yeah.
telling you, stop drinking it. But for me, I do believe if we can manage to get Gyökeres in and Bryan Mbeumo, at least we can get to the Champions League places. It's not that difficult. By
Mm-hmm.
the time Ruben Amorim came to Man United, we were 6 points off,
Yeah.
yet we were 12th, and we were not scoring goals.
I look at Sinan playing.
Yo, my man, all the energy in the world, Sinan as usual.
Sinan with this energy. Very misleading. Sinan's energy is misleading.
I know.
Very misleading, but yo, but he's always very optimistic. He's always very, very optimistic. I think that is something really nice. Who's saying we talk about Doku, Josh? What's up with Doku?
Magala, Brian. Brian, do you mean Doku or Dogu? Patrick Dogu.
I think it means Patrick Dogu.
Yeah, Patrick Dogu. Uh, Patrick Dogu. Okay, Doku, the guy of Man City.
No,
Yeah, about him maybe. He's that guy. He's that guy for me. I don't believe he has a skill set, but he doesn't have the football intelligence to
one thing
actually
I get
execute
about
the
that
things
guy,
that he wants
one
to
thing I
do
don't
on
like
the pitch.
about him is he's going to beat a defender, run at him before he's even attacked. When he can cross very well, he's going to take so much time. Then when the defenders come around him, that's when he's going to try to cross. That
Yeah,
thing he does, flaps around and does this and
yeah, at his cooking,
actually, that is cookie. I actually don't think he's a Man City material, honestly speaking. But anyway,
but
I
he
don't
never cooks nothing.
nothing at all. I only don't care.
Yeah. So Brian says Dogu. He says Doku, but he means Brian Dogu.
I think
He means Brian Dogu.
I've always said it, and I'll say it again. He's still raw, honestly speaking. He's still raw, Josh. To me, I think
Yeah, yeah,
Patrick
yeah, 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 yeah.
very, very
For
low.
me, Patrick Dogu has the chops to eventually be a very good wing back because he's of the right profile that the manager was looking for. You can see that he's a bit aggressive, he's a bit physical, he has some pace on him, but he's still a little bit off. He's still a little bit off. He goes down way too easily, as in
He's
he's
raw. He's
easily
raw.
bumped off. He's easily bumped off the ball, and the thing that I don't like the most about Patrick Dogu is he misplaces the ball. He misplaces the ball so much. I mean, he has to work on his passing. I mean, the short passing is bad. The long passing is bad. He can do all the good work of he beats a player, runs with the ball, and the time of passing the ball, instead of passing it with his inside foot, he flips the ball with like his last toe
Mm.
to Ganacho, to the player in front of him, and it never gets there. So it's half a half. It's undercooked. Sometimes it's overcooked. I mean, if Patrick Dogu plays a pass back to Casemiro in midfield, that's a blind pass. I mean, he's asking Casemiro to chase the ball again. So for me,
Yeah, I also think
he
he's
started
very.
out. He started out really well. He started out really well, and you can see there is a bit of a promise on the player, but he's still lacking in some ways. I hope that when Diego Leon comes, the plan is not for him to be an academy player. I
Oh
want
yes,
him
that's
to
what I was
come
going to
into
say.
the team.
Just that's what I was going to say. It looks like United are planning to make him, first go to the academy, Josh, in
No, no,
pickup.
no, no, no,
But I
no,
really
no,
hope
no,
it's
no.
not true
Uh,
because
Patrick Dogu
this
is
is a
not good
player that
enough.
we need. Sorry.
Patrick Dogu is not good enough playing in that position. Dalo is going to end up playing there because Dalo is better than Dogu playing out of position.
And you have also Lenny Yoro, by the way, who can play as a
Lenny,
goalkeeper.
No, 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 no. We don't want who can play. I mean, a wing back.
Oh,
Lenny
wing
Euro.
back. No, 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 no. I thought you mean as the left CB wing back. No, no, wing
No,
back.
the
No,
wing back. The wing
we
back.
are forgetting the toilet paper bone guy, the one who has toilet
The,
paper bones. Look,
the
show.
toilet paper bone guy is not a footballer anymore. I mean, you see, I told you in my Europa League lineup for the final,
I
that
remember.
guy should never been anywhere near the team, and he scored with his hand.
I
His
know.
only contribution to Manchester United the whole season.
Squaring with his hand.
Yeah, and he had already scored the unknown goal in the Premier League,
Mm-hmm. I
if
remember
you
that.
remember.
I remember very well. I remember.
I don't know, man. You see, that is the problem you do have when you don't have players. I mean, the manager can look at a player like a Luke Shaw, and he sees this guy was a player. This guy is good. He has something about him. Then he imagines that
And
he can do
contract
it. Yet
runs out
he can't do it.
2027. Man, we're
He
still
can't
stuck
do
with him.
it anymore.
Managed to buy him.
Yeah. Faisal, what up? What up? GGMU.
Yeah, glory, glory.
Yeah.
Josh,
Yeah.
I think we also stuck with him. We are still stuck with him. I'm hoping. I don't know if anyway. I can't wait for Aiden Heaven. Very good player. We've already seen what he can do. So I can't wait for next season. Aiden Heaven. We're going to have players like um, Martinez, but it's going to take some time to have Martinez back because that injury is really serious. But I mean, who knows? Let's just stay strong. See what the club can offer in terms of pulling out, or rather pulling off great transfers. And I hope they do not make the same mistake they made or they've done with all. I mean, the last years. I mean, sign a player who's going to come hit the ground running. Sign a player who's going to add something to the squad. And we also just need to have very good squad depth. Of course, that also goes to Amorim. Amorim, this season, yes, we've been very nice to you, but don't mess around this. Try messing around this season. You will
I
believe.
know, but Amorim should be very honest with himself in the transfer window because, like I told you earlier, his days are numbered because he got a contract of 2.5 years, so
Correct.
he has this season and another half. That is all is left on his contract. So he actually has to perform for his contract to be renewed. And
Mm.
I mean, for Man United to get ahead, I think that Amorim should remain the manager, even if things are not as rosy next season, because we need some bit of continuity
I don't think
for
they
us
can
to
fight.
be able.
I don't think that they already spent money. They fired Ten Hag after they just renewed, or rather, offered him or triggered the other extension. They had to give him some money, not some money. They had to give him really lots of money. They had to fire Dan Ashworth after just a few, not even more than 4 months in the club. They had to
six
give
months,
him
I
money.
think. Mm.
It was it was crazy. So I don't think they are going to do that again. Or
Yeah, but
very.
for me, I like that those mistakes were made and they were corrected. You
Mm.
see, it is one thing to make the mistake and you fear to correct them, so you leave, you leave Dan Ashworth in the role because you don't want to pay the monies for him to go. I mean, you choose that you don't want to continue with Eric Ten Hag, but then you stuck with him because you don't want to pay the compensation fee. So for me, I do believe that when you make mistakes and you realize them, the best thing for you to do is to correct them as soon as you can.
Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh and Isaac, latest Man United transfer news. See you tomorrow, guys. We are signing out. It was a pleasure. Brian, shout outs to you. Faisal, shout outs to you. Sinan, shout outs to you. Everyone that was in the comment section banning, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. And let's wait and see. Hopefully, it's going to be a better season next season. I mean, I told you, Josh, every time I closed
Ajeri, Samson Muro.
Josh, every time I close my eyes. Yeah, Samson
Yeah.
Muro. I see goals from Cunha, Mbuemo, and Yoko. Anyway, shout
Yeah.
outs to you
Oh,
guys.
or maybe there's something that we should say before we leave.
Mm.
Licha is back. Lisandro Martinez will be fit enough to play in the preseason tour,
Mm.
and yeah, that is good news because earlier on when he tore his ACL, the rumor was he would be coming back in November, but it looks like we've gotten some good news, and he will be coming back in mid-July.
Sports Jazz, everyone, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. We are officially signing out. Cheers, guys.